Hello and welcome to this edition of Bates Technical College Student Spotlight. I'm Ken Whitko, your host. This is a student-led production of the Broadcasting Video Production Program at Bates Technical College. And on today's show, we will talk with two students from different career and technical education programs at Bates. Our first guest is no mystery to us. He graduated from the Broadcasting Video Production Program at Bates about a year ago. Is that about 2 years ago, 1 year and a half? I don't know. Anyway, he's taken advantage of the opportunities and is enrolled in the cybersecurity program here at Central Campus. Please welcome my always bright and positive and TA, Malachi Vasquez. Welcome to the show.
Hi there.
Hi
How are you doing, Ken?
He's so enthusiastic.
I'm very enthusiastic.
You are the best. So anyway, welcome here. So what about China?
So what about China?
He told me,
China
don't ask about China.
China was a good experience.
Okay. First time out of the country, right?
First time out of the country. Yeah, it was crazy. The flight was 11 hours and to Taipei, and then we had to wait for 3 hours, another hour to China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what's interesting about this? Stop and think about it. You just said you were flying 11 hours. How does a plane stay up in the air for 11 hours?
For 11
Do you ever think
hours?
about that while you're in the middle of this, sitting in the plane and you're just
No,
like...
I was asleep.
No, I don't think about it.
I was asleep, Ken.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. That's because it left at like 1 o'clock in the morning, right, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, well, welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are a young man with lots of vision and lots of ambition, and which started off very young for you, coming to our program. So what was it about the program, and what were you doing before that?
So I'll start with what I was doing before that. So how this started with Marvel Studios and their movies. Basically, I saw Spider-Man and the Avengers, the movies, when I was like 7 or something like that, and I just fell in love with the movies, and I was like, that's crazy. And as I started to really get interested in the characters and stuff like that, my mom, who always was early on, figure out what you want to do for your career and stuff like that. You don't have to 100% know, but just get some ideas what you like and what you would like to do. She was like, you could do that. You could make movies and help be a part of that process, and do film and that sort of stuff. And at first, I was like, that's crazy. Like, that's one of those jobs where you write comics or I just didn't think it was really doable. But when I thought about it, I was like, no, that's really what I want to do. So, for the next few years, I worked on little things. I did Lego stop motions, and tried with that, made little clips and all those things. But at the moment, I was just going through high school pretty much. I was going through elementary school and then middle school. And during COVID in the 8th grade year, we were looking for, school had gone online because it was COVID. And then we ended up, my mom just found Bates one night randomly, right? And she was like, hey, this is, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I know it's broadcasting video production. Why don't we go down and take a tour and see what it's about? So we came down here, you gave us the tour, and there was the set, and it was crazy. And I was like, I think this is something we could try. Of course, broadcasting and film are slightly different, but the core concept of how to run a camera, how to direct, how to know about lighting and stuff like that, I needed to know that regardless. So we came to Bates, we got started. I remember the first Thursday we did a production, and I was like, this is great. This is we did a production. They did it for the new students so they can kind of see, and then they were like, no, every Thursday we do a production. And I was like, that's insane. So. Yeah,
in a good way.
In a good way. In a good way, they're saying, I'd never experienced anything like that before. I know I got my BVP shirt that first month, and I was ready to go. So now that's kind of where I'm at. I went through the program. You can see me there.
That was your first week in the class.
That was my first week in the class.
You're totally young there, and right next to that, whatever that alarm is, it's going to go off.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But that was my first month, and I tell you, it changed. That's when I was finally in a space where I could practice what I wanted to do for my career, and that was I rolled at 15 and a half. So from 15 and a half till now, I've been, helping out with productions, learning how to be in this industry, and that's been awesome.
So that picture was when you were basically 15
Yes,
and a half.
I was 15 and a half.
And
Yep.
so you've always been very impressive, even at. I'm just starting to learn how to be kind of like you.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I learned
So-
everything from Ken.
Yeah, that's funny. So, anyways, so what do you like most about the? Well, you're not in the program
Right,
anymore
yeah.
because you graduated. But what did you like most about it?
So what I liked most about it was the hands-on learning. That was the biggest thing. Is you always had an opportunity to touch a camera, to touch the audio system. As you hear in this picture, I was actually we did boxing.
Yeah.
We did boxing, and this was while I was TAing. So this is something I still enjoy about the program. But we have the switcher board there, and we can touch all of this stuff and learn how to use it. And then when we go into the industry, we get the chance to touch the exact same equipment, and we know what we're doing. This was at Tacoma Rainiers. This is also one of my favorite parts about, I guess, the program is our partnership with Rainiers. So that's me at camera 4, getting the shot of the pitcher throwing the ball to the batter. That's me at camera 1. And, I thought I was going to have to wait until I was in college and taking film classes where they, I don't know, gave you like a handheld camera or something and to do any of this. But I've been able to do all of this. And second, the people. I've enjoyed these are my kind of people. We got good sense of humor, good work ethic. Like I've enjoyed being around and being able to work with all these people. And I've been here long enough that I've seen classes graduate. I've seen them where they're working now. A lot of us are at Rainiers right here. These are some of the students of the current class. And we do productions together. We do Rainiers together. I come here, I go home and then I come here and I see all these people. So that they make it enjoyable, and I can rely on them. So
Yeah, I agree. That's great. So what are you hoping to do when you're finished? In the last couple minutes here,
So when I'm finished, I'm hoping to start making maybe like some short films. I'm working on some screenplays and stuff like that, and my own stories. I've been helping one of our alumni on some like smaller short films. Editing scripts and doing that sort of stuff, and just helping where I can. I would love to teach also some more, and that's kind of where my brain is at right now. Is getting into the film industry.
So you took a script from a very famous writer and changed that script a little bit, and then kind of shot a little, or trying to shoot a little video on that.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did the students while I was at TA, they did a little short film called Are We Alone? And it was pretty good, but I was like, why didn't I get to do that? So for some reason that skipped somebody's mind. But we finally have finished this. I finished it, worked on a script for a kind of like a reboot or a remake of that. And hopefully sometime soon, the rest of the students will be able to, we'll all be able to work together and make a short film of that. So I'm excited for that. Our alumni will be coming. A few of our alumni will come back for that, and that's what the future looks like.
Yeah, because you mentioned that you like to write. So
Yeah.
I did read your little rescript of that very famous person's "Are We Alone" script.
I'm a great writer.
I'm
That's
a
right.
great writer.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, good for you. So what, in the last minute or so here, what is it that you would like the viewers to know about you that they don't know?
I think maybe something that they don't know about me. I play guitar.
He's like, I play guitar.
I play
think
guitar,
I do.
and outside of like film, I like music. I play guitar for since I was in elementary, and then I do things like I did the play at my church for about the last 9 years, and so I like singing. I don't sing except for in my free time when nobody can hear me. But dancing, right. I performed in the play, and
Yeah, so I don't know if we have a picture of, but you and actually your sister standing with me and my wife.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have that picture.
But yeah. So I saw you you and your sister dancing
Right.
in some of these plays. So it's pretty impressive. So
Yeah.
you're a multi-talented young man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's the time went so fast.
Okay,
And we're
yeah.
done. We're done with you now.
Yeah.
So anyway,
On to the next great student.
On to the next great student. So anyway, well, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to go to a break right now. Thank you for being with us. This has been a pleasure. We'll come right back, and we're going to talk with actually not another, but a non-traditional student that is working on her second degree at Bates. So please stay with us.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines can spell many things. Risk, if they're taken by someone they weren't prescribed for. Harm, if accidentally taken by a child or a pet. And overdose, if they're not used as directed. They may be hiding in your home, in bathrooms, kitchens, or anywhere. Why put your family at risk? Safely dispose of opioids before they can do harm. The best thing is to find a drug take-back option, such as medicine drop-off boxes, mail-back programs, or home disposal products. If there isn't a take-back location near you, check the FDA's flush list. Medicines on the flush list may be especially dangerous if they are used by children, pets, or others in your home. No take-back location nearby and your medicine isn't on the flush list? You can dispose of it in the trash. Get more information on safe opioid disposal and remove the risk.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? So your friend's not breathing. Dad, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
I'm talking to our next guest already, and anyway, you kind of caught us off guard there. But anyway, our next student has quietly impressed us because she's usually very quiet, but always doing so many great things, and is carving out her own path to success in the content creation industry. She is also already graduated from another program at Bates and decided to expand her skill set by joining the broadcasting video production program, what, three quarters ago? So anyway, please welcome to the show the uber talented and teachable broadcasting video student, Bree Cecito. Is that right? Cecito? Cecito. So this is Bree. Welcome to the show today. So Bree is actually a reluctant participant. She'd rather not be in front of the camera, but I wanted to interview her today because she is very talented, hardworking, very dependable, drives from Centralia?
Rochester.
Same kind of thing, right? Centralia is...
Yeah, it's in the same kind of area.
Okay.
Just a little bit further west once you get off the freeway.
Okay, so anyway, you're very committed, but you are also a non-traditional student, meaning that... So just for our viewers, a traditional student would be someone who graduated from high school and then starts college right away. Mm-hmm. You kind of follow the same path I did. I graduated high school and said, I'm done with school, and I waited a few years. And then you started back. How old were you when you started really? Maybe you've been kind of going off and on for years, I don't know. But
so I don't remember how old I was when I came back because I stopped aging at 25. So there's
well, there you go, 25. I don't go any more than that. That's good.
I think I was 35 when I started going back to school.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that you're even 35 yet, so you're still 25, but anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then you started with digital media, right?
Yes.
And then graduated that. What caused you, or what made you decide that you should come to the broadcasting video production program?
So I am involved in a lot of live events, especially in the racing community. One of the events in particular is owned by a media company, a production company, and I've been a part of that business with that company since 2015. I started with them for other reasons, but a lot of them work in the industry and always ask me, with my talent, with my love of editing, why am I not pursuing a career in the industry? And so them asking over and over kind of prompted the idea of actually trying to pursue that. So,
and I don't know if we have any pictures, but I know some of that stuff that you just talked about, some of that things that you're doing in industry. If we can, do we have pictures of that? We don't. Okay, so well, that's kind of a bummer. Anyway,
some
but
pictures
I know you are involved in all kinds of stuff. Like you tell me, I'm going to go fly into whatever. So tell us what kind of things you're involved in.
So desert off-road racing is one I was just talking about, and I thought there were pictures, but maybe they aren't, probably not great quality. But
Okay.
I also do some work with Monster Jam, with monster trucks and Supercross, as well as other live events in general. So this picture is showing when I was working with the track crew before getting into the production side of things, and
So this is you kind of just helping with setup in the actual.
track crew. So this is kind of weird the way that production works with these kinds of events. It's still a production whether it's being recorded or not, and they are, but they have to have the track crew being able to, basically what the floor director is doing here is telling the trucks their cues when they can go and come out and perform.
And so you actually now, but aren't you actually more in the production side of that? So is it's Tacoma Dome, but somewhere else too? Like I don't know, you go all over the country.
Yeah. So with Monster Jam in particular, I just kind of hop in and help them where they need me. I don't work for them. I just kind of help out where they need me. Same with Supercross. As far as the companies I do work with, that's the Mint 400, the California 300, the desert races. And I've done, the last couple of years, I have worked with the production, on one side, the actual production crew, where we're taking notes and, making sure the camera guys are all in the right place. And then I've also done there's a picture of one of the races that I took.
Wow. So and you take some of these pictures, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these are. Look
I
at
do.
that. That's crazy. Looks like something blew up. But
That's
so where is this actually in California?
This one's actually in Oregon.
Oregon,
This is one of the
okay.
races that's in Oregon. It's a 100-mile race that we had out there. So,
And you're part of that production team, whatever you're doing there.
yeah.
Okay. And what? And then you do some stuff with. Just recently, you were involved in some drone stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
where was that?
So, working in this industry in the off-road world kind of has a lot of opportunity to dabble around in different areas. And this last year at the Mint 400, I worked with the live crew, the broadcasting team. And when I was there, I met the drone operator who runs like the overall drone operations of the race, and he didn't have anyone to spot for him last year. So he asked if I'd be willing to go out there, and of course I said yeah, because I believe in trying all the things. After that experience, they decided that they really liked me out there and working with them. So this year we did the dual ops on a camera where I was actually operating the camera and he was flying the drone. So that was actually a really
That's very
fun
cool.
experience. Yeah.
And actually, you were just so happened to be going through the drone certification class here, so you kind of were learning.
Yep.
And did that help?
It was a huge help.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was. It's weird when you're playing around with drone controls. Sometimes you don't totally. It feels backwards when it's not backwards, but it can feel that way. So, in the moment, especially when you're trying to keep up with trucks that are going over 100 miles per hour, if you don't have a total a grip on how to use those controls, you'll miss the shot. So it was a huge help having gone through that at that time.
Did you miss any shots?
Oh, we missed plenty of shots.
Oh, dang it. It happens,
But
of
that
course.
wasn't necessarily just my fault. It was probably, the drone operator not getting there in time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's really great. You have a really interesting background going forward. Looks like you've got a lot of hope. So what do you see yourself doing in the next, after you graduate?
So actually, this is a question I've been asking myself a lot, because I started in digital media in the production program over there, because I love to edit and I love to produce content and pre-production. I'm actually pretty passionate about production in itself. But because I do work a lot of these live events, I came to this side of things because it was going to be beneficial in understanding the more technical side of things. And so I kind of already have a home there with them, so I don't really doubt that, but I don't want to be in California every day of my life, or Nevada or the desert every day of my life. I want the snow. So that's kind of I'm doing that a few times a year, at least for now. And I'm hoping to potentially get internship with TVW this winter to see if that's kind of where I want to go. So I have different paths I'm considering, and I have opportunities where I can just kind of put my foot in and I'll be good. But I want to try. I'm a big believer in trying everything and not limiting yourself. So
well, I mean, the great thing is just keeping the door open, and if you experience a lot of different things, you can find out stuff that's available, and then just get after it. So it doesn't. Don't limit yourself, and you're not, because you're expanding and you're willing to do a lot of things. You need some coaxing to do some of those things. Anyway, like directing, you're going to be doing that. So tell us in the last minute or so here, what is it that you would want people to know about you that maybe they don't know?
As I said, don't limit yourself, and don't let anything that you might personally be dealing with stop you from pursuing things that you think you might want to try or you do want to try. I have narcolepsy, and I used to think that was a very big factor in what I would be able to do and not do, and it hasn't been. It's just been a learning experience of how to actually work with it, with what I'm doing. So,
and I know we still have about a minute, but what do you like most about what we do in broadcast video production?
It's definitely the camaraderie, like the team and the people that you're with, and building those friendships and relationships with people. They'll always have your back, and that's something I've learned working the races. I think that's probably one of my favorite things about it.
Are you planning, do you know if you're going to go engineering or production track, or do you know?
Well, that's also been something I've struggled with, because I'm pretty good at production. And I think that there are more things in the engineering side that I could learn that I don't know yet, which will be beneficial in the live events, especially that I'm working. So,
well, you have a.
Can I do both?
Yes, you can do both. Obviously, if you pay for it. So, but anyway, but you don't have to make that decision anyway. So, anyway, we've run out of time. It went fast, and but thank you so much for being with us. And it's a joy having you in our program. We appreciate you very much. So,
appreciate you guys.
We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we are going to have our close. So, stay with us.
It's a beautiful fall evening. The sun is setting. The dog finally stopped barking. Life is good. But inside, there's trouble brewing, and Emma has no idea. Although she feels fine, like her father, Emma is one of the 67 million adults in the U.S. with high blood pressure or hypertension. Just like her radiator that's on the fritz, Emma's heart is working overtime to get the job done. Let's have a look. The heart is the pump in our bodies, delivering blood to the entire system through a set of pipes, or blood vessels of all sizes. Smoking, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, physical inactivity, family history, and increased age all contribute to these blood vessels, or our pipes, becoming less elastic. The more blood our heart has to pump through stiff, narrowing arteries, the higher our blood pressure. When the force of the blood against our artery walls is too high, life-threatening health problems can result. Problems like kidney disease, heart disease, stroke, even heart attack. Can Emma get her pressure down before it's too late?
I know my gun should be stored locked and unloaded. But what good is a gun if it's not prepared for use? So instead, I'm prepared for misuse. I'm prepared to stop arterial bleeding in 3 minutes. Less for kids, they bleed out faster. My son just shot himself. Hurry. Access to firearms. triples your risk of death by suicide. But that's not the only way to misuse a gun.
I think I heard Mama.
Misuse can happen when you least expect. So being prepared means knowing the difference between CPR for adults and kids. Unintentional shootings happen every day.
There's been another deadly shooting in a local elementary.
So that sense of safety my guns bring me
The gun he acquired from a family member's home.
can shatter in an instant.
The developing story will bring you more updates as they happen.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Close today, I want to take some time just to thank the veterans. That Veterans Day is on Monday, November 11th. So we want to show our appreciation to those that have served our country and are serving our country. Happy Veterans Day to you. We appreciate your service and your work in our country, keeping us safe. So thank you for joining us on today's Student Spotlight. This has been a production of the Broadcasting Video Production Program at Bates Technical College. And for more information about the program, you can go to www.batestech.edu broadcasting and learn some more and get in touch with us. So we'll see you next time on Student Spotlight. Thanks for being with us.